Here we go, Xcorps. We're in the water. Here we go. Todos Santos. Stay tuned. And you're watching the Xcorps. How was it out there at Todos?
It was unbelievable. Look at these sets right now. This is unbelievable. These waves, it's like jumping off a 2-story building. Just a complete drop.
Killer, killer. This is Mike and Jason, Todos Santos, Ensenada, Mexico. You're watching the Xcorps. Stay tuned.
Hey guys, this is Roslyn, Bradle. We know you guys really want a surf show, and that's why Jason's down in Todos Santos having the time of his life. But we're going to head over to Maui to surf legend Gerry Lopez's house and see what he's got to say. So stay with us.
I guess it wasn't until 1970 or so that there was even any professional surfing events. And I guess the first Pipe Masters was in 71 or 72, I can't remember that far back. But there was only 6 guys in it. It was kind of a joke, really, because nobody surfed the pipeline back then. I did more than anyone else of the other 6. And actually the very first year I came to the beach in the morning. Corky Carroll was one of the competitors. He was the only guy there in the parking lot at the beach park, and I went and looked at the waves and they're not so good, and I asked him, he was reading a newspaper, if the contest would be on, and he said he didn't think so because the waves were no good. And so I left the North Shore and came back to town and didn't even know that they ran the contest. And so I was watching the news later that evening, and they announced the results for the pipeline, the first annual Pipeline Masters. I was really shocked. I was very disappointed that I missed it.
We both pulled up to the beach at the same time about 9 o'clock in the morning on the day they had the contest. And it was a terrible day. The wind was blowing, the surf was from the wrong direction. I didn't think they were going to have the contest. We were looking at it and he goes, what do you think? And I go, well, they're not going to have the contest. It's a crummy day. So he goes, yeah, you're right. And so he split and went back to town. I went down to a friend's house down the street. About 2 hours later, somebody came knocking on the door. Goes, you got to get down there. They're calling your name. They're having the Pipeline Masters. They went back down there, and then sure enough, they were having it. I don't know why. It really wasn't a very good day. But they're going, where's Lopez? I'm like, well, he went back to town. And we tried to call him a whole bunch of times, but we couldn't reach him. And he missed the first Pipeline Masters because he went back to town. And somewhere along the line, the story, came out that I had tricked him into going back to town because I told him the contest wasn't on. And it was just a great story, The
next year, there was again only 6 guys, and I won. But, there was none of those guys really surfed that much at the Pipeline, so it was not so much of a contest.